Alright, so this is going to be a tutorial on how to do Paper Mario Stop and Swap. The reason I'm making this is because when I was trying to learn how to do this, I was just having a lot of trouble since there weren't many resources like how it works, or why it works, or how to do it or anything. So that's just why I'm making this. So first off, you're going to need either a Japanese or American N64. You're going to need a memory expansion pack. You're going to need a Japanese Paper Mario cartridge. You're going to need the Japanese Ocarina of Time cartridge, preferably 1.2, just because it's the easiest one to do it on, and it's also the most common. So, but just to check if it's 1.2, these little indentions right here, you can see there are two random numbers and then B. That's going to be 1.2. I think 1.0 is like one random number, and then an A. I could be wrong, but it also works on that too. 1.1, I have no idea how to do ACE on 1.1, so just if it's not, just try to make sure it's 1.2, because 1.2 is the easiest, and that's the only one I'm going to be explaining in this video. But yeah, so want to make sure you have the 1.2 Ocarina of Time Japanese cartridge, and a controller, obviously. But I think that's about all you need to start. So let me go ahead and put this in my stand. There. So I'm going to be explaining this using the practice ROMs for both the games, and then when I switch cartridges, I'll obviously do it with the actual cartridges, just to show how it would work. Alright. There. So here's the practice ROM made by Glink. So I'm going to switch this to Japanese. I think the only difference between the English cartridge and the Japanese cartridge is actually just the language. And the languages are fully both on both cartridges. So you could do language, so there's, I guess, you could do SRM in the English copy to get, or just to change the language to Japanese, so you could use ACE, but that is pretty hard. I've done it a couple times, but if you don't know how to do it, it does take a little bit of skill, so. Anyway, so first off, you're going to need this file name on file 3. You're going to need this specific file name because this file name is set up as code that you need to execute in Paper Mario. So you can see it, just go ahead and type it out, and then just start up the game. And then, so normally I'm going to watch the intro. I skip past the intro just because I don't have a minute and a half to waste. I'm just trying to get this out as quickly as possible. But once you're done watching the intro, just go ahead and head outside. Well, I guess I do have a minute and a half to waste, but I just don't feel like it right now. So you're going to match these text boxes, then you're going to flick up, and then you're going to target, and then you're going to backflip, and then keep walking. Then once you're around this patch of grass, you're going to side hop 2 or 3 times, and side up on here, just roll, and back walk all the way up to the hole. So the goal of that section was just to grab those 2 rupees, and head in here. So the next part, you're going to need to flick up, backflip, side to the right twice, and hold backwards. You're going to, oops, we got this rupee. and then head back over here. So the point of that section, you just needed to grab those 5 rupees and the 2 rupees in the grass and the sword. Now once you have the sword, you're going to target the chest, hold backwards, and then equip the sword as you're walking backwards. Once you're back here at the wall, you side hop to the right 9 times, and then you just slash this bush, grab the rupees, side hop twice, and just head back out. So the reason you slash the bush is because you need a bunch of rupees. They're just going to be determined by RNG. It's kind of stupid. I don't really like it, but yeah, you want to make sure you grab those 5 rupees. Anyway, the next part, you're going to turn around as soon as you exit the hole. You're going to backflip. That should give you 1 rupee. You're going to side to the left. And then you're going to backflip again. That should give you 6 more rupees. So, next part. You're going to slash these bushes until you have at least 23 rupees. I got lucky. I got a bush with 3 rupees. So now I have 24, which means I can slash this bush, or slash the sign to get 5 more. And then just backflip out of here. The next thing you want to do is you want to come over this bridge, and you can do a bridge clip. Whoops. And just grab this rupee. If you don't know how to do bridge clip, you can just like head up this ramp. Whoops. You can just head up this ramp and collect the rupee the intended way. This does save lose a bit of time. But if you're like new to speedrunning or you haven't done any Ocarina of Time runs or anything, then that's fine. But yeah, so the next thing is going to come over here after jumping off that ledge and come back here, grab these 5 rupees, your back walk, head over here, and if you have like the normal 38 rupees, then you're going to come through and grab these 2, so bring your total up to 40. Then you're going to hop across these, take another 5 rupees, roll through here, head over here, and then just like this, you're going to get 5 more rupees. That should bring your total up to 50 rupees. So once you have 50 rupees, you're going to enter this shop, and you're going to head back here to get 5 more. So that should bring your total up to 55, which now you can use 40 to buy the shield, and 15 to buy the deku nuts. I should mention, do not pause in here. If you pause in here, this, I think the file name or something gets overwritten. Or something gets overwritten. I don't know. I'm not sure what it gets overwritten, but just make sure you do not equip anything in the shop. Otherwise, this will not work. So the next thing we do is you just want to exit, turn right, or turn left, and then just target that, line up, and side up to get across. Then you want to roll, equip your stuff, and talk to Mida. Then you're just going to come over here. I'm just going to do the easiest way. I'm not going to do the fastest turn A. Okay, you just want to come over here behind this deku baba. So then you're going to target the wall. And I guess I should do this. There. They'll just put it on watches. So you want to target the wall, and then you want to flip right. And then when you see this deku baba spinning in a circle, you're going to press C up, R, and Z all in the same frame. So when he spins. Okay, so I did not get it. This is a good example. So you can see on the A button, I have these weird characters. That's not what you want. I think it's like 4 characters. You need 3 on it. So, oops, that wasn't it either. That wasn't it either. That was it. Okay, so you can see I have these 3 characters right here. That means I got return A. I mean, I can back walk out of here. And then once I'm here, I can side hop to the left 5 times. And then flick right, hold Z, and then side hop again to the left. Or, I guess up, technically. Anyway, once you're here, I guess if you messed it up, a good lineup would be just like this line right here. Just like, make sure to get up against the wall and start back walking around here. So the next thing you're gonna do is you're gonna keep back walking. You're gonna backflip, and when you're here, you're gonna side hop to the left twice, and then keep back walking. And once you're to this next part, you're just gonna keep back walking and then flip over these. Oh shoot. Okay, I kept turning A somehow. I got the rupees too. You wanna make sure you just like back hop across those. If you land in the water and it goes back to those 4 characters that I had earlier, that means you've messed it up. And you're gonna have to like go back into the shop and try again. It'll still work, you just need to go back in the shop to reset the heap. So the next thing you want to do is you want to come over here and then just back walk. You flip over this and just line yourself up with like this fence post and hit in the hole. So once you're in the hole, you want to hold down right and you want to mash A. So that should leave you talking to the sign. And the next thing you want to do is you want to press whatever, you want to hold Z, and you want to press whatever C button you have the deku nets on. So then after this, you're going to scroll text with C up, and then when you're around here, you're going to pause, so you can backflip, and you want to backflip. And then you can let go of Z once you have backflipped, or landed on the ground after backflipping. It's just to line the camera up for this. So next you want to just side hop over to this rock. You want to line yourself up right about here, and then you want to just mash B, hold right. And then once you see the camera kind of flying away, you want to keep holding right and then start mashing A instead of B. That's what I'm going to do here. There. So now you know you got the rock when you can see these characters on the A button, and you can also tell because Link will have made this sound like he's putting his sword away. So, next thing you're gonna do is you're gonna keep holding, you're gonna hold upright. And just keep holding that. Or I guess you could go to the right, just like if you can see yourself around the corner. But so, once Link disappears past this pillar, you're going to want to hold upright for 10 beats to the song. So it'd be like dun 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 dun. So you can get the general idea. And then, so that's 10 beats upright, 13 beats to the right, 5 beats down right, 10 beats upright, and 5 beats up left. So once I get past it, I'll start counting. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oops. 12, 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, so that's been about here with the decubas, and you know if you've done this right up to this point because Link will be holding the rock. Unloaded rock. So the next thing you want to do is you come past this loading zone, and you want to get the camera so that it's like pointing down the hallway like this. And then you want to get it like lined up. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna get the camera about here, and then you're gonna hold ESS up, which is like very slightly up, very slightly until you get all the way to 8,000, and the camera stops panning. So once you're here, you're gonna flick left, just like that, and that should line you up at C0000. The next thing you're gonna do is you hold down for at least 3 frames, and then flick up. That should leave you at BABO. The next thing you want to do is you want to ESS right twice. So just very slightly move to the right once. That's once, and then twice. Oops. If you overshoot like this, where it says A598, you want to just ESS to the left once. Oops, I got back to where I was earlier. So you just want to ESS right until you get to ACA0. So once you're ACA0, you can shield drop the rock by pressing R, and then just head over to the loading zone, and the game should crash. Now, this is what you want to do. The game is supposed to crash. This means that the game has executed your file name, and your payload is sitting in memory. Just to make sure you got it, you can press and hold L and R, and while you're still holding them, press Z, and you can let go of L and R. Then you can press D-pad up, C down, C up, D-pad down, D-pad left, C left, C right, D-pad right, and then while you're holding A and B, press start. That should bring up this menu. Alright, so what you want to check for to make sure you did this right is you want to check to make sure that VO says 0801 DE67H. That's the payload that you're going to be executing in Paper Mario. And you also want to make sure T8 says 807C0000H. That is the location in RAM where the instruction is stored. So you need to make sure those two are correct, and this is where the magic happens. This is where you swap cartridges really fast, and then power off and power on the console. So I'm going to be just showing this now. Let me flick this off and then put in the actual cartridge. Let me tilt the camera just to give you a better visual. Alright, so put this in. So what you want to do is you want to have, when the game is crashed, you want to like leave it like this. You want to have it like this when the game crashes. And so the next thing you do is you're going to take your Paper Mario cartridge and you're going to get this in one hand, make sure to grab the Ocarina of Time cartridge with the other hand, and then you're going to pull out the Ocarina of Time cartridge, quickly put in Paper Mario, and then flick the console off and on really fast. That should cause the least amount of RAM decay as possible, which should give you the most frames to hit the code execution in Paper Mario. So what you want to do is you want to quickly pull it out, stick the Paper Mario line, and do that. And that should have given you time to switch cartridges. Okay, so I guess I can go ahead and like show what it'll end up looking like at the end. I'll go ahead and like show it in the end too. But this is what your game is gonna look like once you have like done the code execution and everything. Your save file has no stars, and yet it's still at the end of the game. So yeah, this is very cool. But yeah, so let me go ahead and switch back to Paper Mario's practice ROM to explain the rest of this. Okay, now that I'm back on the EverDrive, I'm going to be explaining the rest of this on the Paper Mario practice ROM. So, oops, let me go ahead and delete this and copy this over. Okay, so here are the file names you're going to want for Paper Mario. You're going to make sure you want to have all these characters the same as I have here. Also, what's nice about the first and fourth files is they're the same. So like, if you end up like playing this one and then you want to go for another attempt, you can just delete this file, copy the fourth file onto the first file, and you have the file names all set up correctly again. So you can have progress in these like first three. It's not going to matter because the game is just going to look at the file names. But you're going to be playing on the first file. So it doesn't matter if you have all this stuff not set up or anything. So next you're just going to scroll through all these text boxes for a while. Just going to play through the prologue. Pretty much all of this is all of like the Paper Mario portion, like the first 10 minutes are exactly the same as just playing the game casually. Or just normally, I guess. You can hold down B to scroll through the text boxes really fast. It's a lot nicer than Ocarina of Time, because Ocarina of Time you have to mash through to try to get everything first frame. This game you just have to Hold B. The devs decided to be nice to us. But yeah, so just this. This is just the normal prologue. A lot of cutscenes in this. There are portions just where there's a lot of talking in general. But you want to just come over here in the store. You want to head over here. If you don't know this, you can press this E to like do a spin where you're moving, which speeds you up a bit, and you can jump. Well, I guess I should explain this in case you haven't ever even played Paper Mario. Although if you've never played Paper Mario, play Paper Mario before you do runs of this. Paper Mario is a great game. Playing it in Japanese just ruins like the story and everything. But yeah, so the story is like really great in this, and just all the characters are too. But I guess first I should explain when you press Z, you spin, and then you can, whenever you stop spinning, you're gonna like stick in place for a second. So the way to cancel this is just like by jumping. So this is like the fastest way to move, pretty much. At least it's the fastest way I know to move, like normally. But yeah, so just come over to Peach. Hopefully my phone does not run out of storage while I am recording this. I kind of rushed the Ocarina of Time part just because my phone keeps running out of storage while I'm in the Paper Mario portion. I'm like, dang it. I have to start over again. Because my phone won't let me edit it because it's weird. That's fine. I just like explaining things in one segment better. If I have to split, I will, I guess. But yeah, so this is just me attempting to just say stuff randomly while the prologue's going. Very exciting speedrun. You get to watch 2 prologues and multiple cutscenes in both. Usually what I do during these fights where there's like text is I will just hold B and just smash A. That way, in case I forget to skip any text boxes, it's fine because I'm holding down B. And then I can just mash A to just do my attacks as fast as possible. Alright, we got some more holding B coming up. Also, I didn't realize this until, I guess now. I mean, I knew Japanese Paper Mario was called Mario Story, but I realized that they made like absolutely no like references to paper or anything, which is just seems kind of weird. Like I think the Paper Mario US version like has the paper background, on the logo that just says Paper Mario. Three of those, like the Japanese copies, like look like they have a paper background too. Yeah, just some more holding B right here. But yeah, if you look at the Japanese, it looks like it has these like streaks or something on the back. With these little blue spots. I think that's supposed to be paper. Maybe the Japanese does say paper, but I can't read Japanese. So I don't know. I guess also now is a good time to say, like, in case I like miss anything while explaining, or if you have any questions, just go ahead and put her down in the comments. I should respond pretty quickly, like within at least a day, or probably an hour even. But yeah, in case I just like miss anything or you have questions, just feel free to just ask in the comments. But yeah, so coming up soon is we're about to play soon after he jumps. Yep, and you can start playing. Alright, so you're first gonna exit the house, head over to the Goon parents' house, and then you're gonna talk to Goomba, I think. Then you come over here, and you're talk to Goom Papa. And then you got some more time holding down the B button. So yeah, like, pretty much like half the Paper Mario portion is just holding down B. You don't really, I guess I don't really need to have this in the video. I guess this is just to show like how it would be to go fast and just playing this normal. But yeah, so just head over here after the text boxes are done, and then head back over to where Goomba was, and then you got this pretty funny little like scene taken straight out of the cartoon. Okay, after he's up, you can just zoom over here, talk to this guy. So the next part, there is a trick that saves about a minute, but it involves like 60 frame perfect inputs, 60 like plus frame perfect inputs. I'm not sure how many in total, honestly. But you just want to go over here, and then rustle this bush, and just walk away. Saves a little bit of time, not necessary, but you can do it. Then we come back over here. He's gonna get bopped by Junior. So you're just gonna wanna battle Junior, just hold B and mash A. In case you forget any text boxes. So yeah, you can skip this fight, but it involves like 60 frame perfect inputs and loading zone storage. By using loading zone storage, respect to anybody who can do this. I am not willing to grind out like 50 hours to save a minute in like a game that I don't plan on like doing full runs of. I'm just doing this mainly just because it's cool. I watched this like 2.5 years ago when it was like first discovered or something. I think it was 2.5 years ago. It might have been just like 2 years ago. But I never really like tried figuring out how to do it or attempting to do it until like a week or two ago. But yeah, so once you're done with that fight, just want to come over here, hit the heart, head up here, and you want to make sure you get the fire flower. You want to get this so you can fight the red and blue Goomba brothers. I usually forget, or I was forgetting for like a long time, or for a bit. So I just made like a split to make sure to get the fire flower. Just because it's just kind of out of the way. When you're in a speedrun, you don't really think of things that are like a little out of the way. But yeah, so you just want to make sure to grab that and then head back over here. And you got some more time holding down the B button. I guess at least I don't have to like mash through the really slow text boxes. Yeah, so you mash through when he comes over to you to stop that. You mash through these text boxes when he's asking you to learn how to do the badge equipping thing. You know, equip badges and stuff. But yeah, so get ready to start going again after he heads inside the house. And just head over here and smack this tree. You grab the goom nut, equip your badge, and just head over here. You want to like manipulate these guys just so you can avoid pretty much. Hitting them, you lose like a bit of time. It's pretty frustrating when you hit them, but it's pretty easy to avoid them too, so it's not that big to do. So next you want to just fight these dudes. So you need your thing here, and then don't move. And then you use Mario to hit this guy. And you're just gonna move. And then you're gonna use the fire flower. Wait, what? I thought that beat him, I guess not though. I guess you need to like I don't know. But I guess just like beat him as fast as you can, really. Oh wait, my bad. After you finish that, you want to come back here and you want to hit this heart block to just refill your health. This is about where the hard part of the run begins in about a minute or two. Basically, you would just want to come over here, head over to the fortress. Yeah, again, sorry if I've done a really bad job at like explaining things or just like saying things in general. This is my first tutorial video. I haven't like written anything out. This is just me just trying to explain things as I go, which I'm not good at, so I don't know why I'm doing this. But anyway, so you just want to go through these text boxes, and then go through more text boxes, and then you want to use your badge on him. Use Goombario to bop the tree. He's gonna hit you, that's fine. Hit him again with your badge. And then hit him one last time with Goombario. So you've done that, you're gonna come back over. You're gonna go through these text boxes. Then you're gonna head back over here. And you're going to want to save the game. Now the beauty of this is the next trick you're gonna be doing is frame perfect, which is a little annoying. The good thing is if you save, you can just reset and head back over here and try again. This does lose about like 10 to 20 seconds, like 20 to 30 seconds, I mean, every time. But the good thing is that Paper Mario doesn't reset the room, so you can still do this. So once you're back over here, you just want to come over to this bush, and you want to line yourself up. Mario's like the top of his hat with like the top of his hat with like this little line here, I guess. And then you want to press A, and then when the bush like rustle starts to end, you want to press C left to open your items menu. So it looks something like this. Try to show my. Oops. And if you happen to miss it, you can just reset. It's not a big deal. This is the only time I'm going to reset here, just because I'm going to try to make this fast as possible. So I'm going to use the feature so that you can. Oh, I just realized my watch and thing went away. You can just ignore this unless you just want to add this watch for yourself. Okay, and then the display. Settings. Okay, sorry. Let me go ahead and save right here. I'm gonna come back over here, try again. Oops, missed. I'll go ahead and just load from here and use the turbo walk, which is fun to mess around with. So, man, if I miss this again. Alright. That was early. You'll know you got it because you'll see the blue button whenever you begin to use the item. Come on, man. Alright, so you know you're late pressing C left if the blue button comes out of the bush, and you'll know you're early if you don't see the blue button at all when you're eating the item. Man, I think I'm like 1 or 2 frames off. But yeah, this is frame perfect, so it is kind of tricky. I usually can get it within like the first 2 or 3 tries, but I guess not now. Not when it matters, right? Come on, game. That should have been it. Alright, that was it. So, after you pull up your item menu, you want to just eat it, and then you should see the button like kind of fall onto you. This should trigger the boss fight again. And so, you just want to fight him like you did exactly the same as last time. And then right after this is where the hard part begins. But yeah, so just for right now, just fight him. And while you do, and that should be it. And then once you're here, just like this should pop up. Just keep mashing A. So the next thing we do, this is where it gets tough. So you want to scroll through the text boxes, and then after the text boxes are done, you're going to press C right as the camera's zooming out. That should pull up the party menu, and it should also freeze everything around you. If you do this correctly, you should be able to like move around and stuff while this is pulled up. That was the point of retriggering the boss and everything. So what you want to do now is you want to spin in place, and then you want to jump very slightly, and then you want to like go back and forth between A and B to hammer without closing the menu. Let me go ahead and pull up the effects thing. So when you spin, you create 5 effects, and so what you want to do is you want to get this total to 81 by first you want to spin, create 5, which creates 5, and then you want to hammer 75 times, and then create one running particle by running really quick and just stopping. So right now I have 5, and so I'm gonna jump very slightly. That's so that when I land, I don't create any dust particles. So I'm gonna jump really quick. So jump, and then I'm gonna hammer, and then I rotate with B and A to keep hammering. This should keep you from closing the screen and releasing all the particle effects. So you want to do this 75 times. Alright, so once you've hovered 75 times, you want to quickly run to the right really fast, so just like flick right, and then stop. That should create one running particle effects. So it'd be like this. So you can see I have 81 effects, which turns the number green, and he's just like barely moved. So now that you've done this, you want to walk by like barely moving the joystick over to this tree. So once you hit this tree, you would kind of like push up against it, and you want to like very lightly just like flick upright so that Mario's facing upright, just like this, and then you want to walk back into this corner. And then so this is about where you do the execution. So in the Paper Mario Speedrunning Discord, there is a audio file, which is a metronome, and then so what it does is it has 7 beats at the beginning and 7 beats at the end. So the point of this is so that when you walk down, these animation flags will be turned off, which means it'll just, from here, it'll show that it'll change from bad to good. And so that will keep the game from like prematurely crashing before you can do what you need to do to jump to file name execution in Paper Mario. So what you want to do is you want to like, once you have the file name, it's going to sound like do 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 do. And so what you want to do is somewhere between those first 7 beats, you want to start walking down, and then as soon as it hits the 7th beat, you want to stop. So it'd be like something like this, like do 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 do. Okay, well, my phone crashed. That's cool. But yeah, so after the sound 7 beats and you're holding down, there's gonna be a big portion of the sound file, and you just want to stand still in the game. Up until the last bit of the sound file, there are going to be 7 beats. On the 5th one, you're going to press C right, and on the 7th one, you're going to press and hold A. And that should hopefully release all the particle effects and jump execution to the file names. So what it sounds like is it would go, at the end it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, C right. Or wait, my bad. Maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, on 5 you C right. 1, and then it'd be 1 more, and then you'd press and hold A on the 7th one. So that should have you jump and release all the particle effects at 8. Somewhere between 8-1D and 8-1F on the idle timer. This is this watch right here. And so once you do that, your game will crash, and all you have to do is reset, go back on, and your save file should end up looking pretty sick. So I can use the memory, actually make sure I inserted the Ocarina of Time instruction, just so what's going on. So let me go to 8-1, or I guess 9 to hold. So it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I got it. I barely jumped, I think. So to show what's going on, when you jump to that, there's a file address you stored, or the memory address you stored before in Ocarina of Time. That's the location of the expansion pack, and then it's going to run this, which is the code that you wrote in Ocarina of Time. You stored on the RAM, and that jumps execution of the Paper Mario file names. Now, the reason the Paper Mario file names are good is because when you reset, or when you crash, the game updates Mario's room position to the end of the game and then saves. So that's why it works when you reset and you go back on and the game is just, your file is just warped straight to the end of the game. So I've started up Paper Mario again. If you've done everything correctly, when you boot up the game again, your first file should, just when you open it, it should just look like this. Warp straight to the end of the game, skips pretty much, like at least 95% of the game, which is really cool. So, yeah. That's it for my tutorial on Paper Mario Stop and Swap. If I missed anything or didn't go into enough explanation or anything, make sure to let me know in the comments. If I remember anything, I'll just like put it in the description, or if I remember anything that I didn't say in the video or explain, I'll try to put it in the description. And if you want to join the Paper Mario speedrunning Discord for the sound file, I will try to link it down below. If not, you can go to the speedrun.com, search up Paper Mario, and when you click on the game, there's like a little Discord icon, I guess. You can just click that and it'll just send you straight to the Discord. Anyway, I'll also try to see if like I can just directly link the sound file in the description. I'm not sure it'll work or not, but I'll just try it anyway. So if it's not there, then it just didn't work. Yeah, thanks for watching. Good luck with runs if you plan on doing this.